They called him Dr. John Dee, mathematician, astronomer, alchemist, and confidant to Queen Elizabeth Thurse. But beneath his polished title as royal advisor, he sought something far beyond the reach of mortal knowledge. Dee's true obsession was contact with the divine, the angelic, and perhaps something else entirely. Hidden in his study in Mortlake, surrounded by scrolls of forbidden geometry and coded manuscripts, lay his most curious artifact, a mirror. Not just any mirror, but one carved from black obsidian, polished to an impossible smoothness, and rumored to have come from the temples of the Aztecs, once used by their priests to speak to gods of death and the underworld. It was said to be a fragment of night itself, solidified into stone. When Dee first acquired it, he believed it to be a tool, a medium for his angelic conversations. With his scryer, Edward Kelly, he began to gaze into its depths, chanting names drawn from the Enochian language, the supposed tongue of angels. Witnesses said the air around them grew heavy, candles dimmed, and unseen presences pressed close. Dee recorded that beings of light appeared within the mirror, offering him symbols, numbers, and messages from beyond. But what exactly looked back at him? That's the question. As the sessions deepened, the visions grew darker. Kelly described shapes with shifting faces, whispering promises of knowledge no human should possess. Sometimes Dee saw reflections that weren't his own, landscapes of fire and glass, cities that shimmered and vanished, and eyes that blinked from the shadows of infinity. He began to suspect that the mirror was not just a communication tool, but a doorway, and perhaps something on the other side was trying to come through. Rumors spread through court that the Queen's learned advisor had gone too far. Some claimed Dee's fortunes fell because of the mirror, that his house was ransacked not by thieves, but by forces he'd awakened. When he died in poverty, the Black Mirror was one of the few things left among his possessions. Centuries later, that same mirror now rests in the British Museum. Visitors who linger near it say it absorbs light, that their own reflections warp in its surface. A few have even sworn that when the room is quiet, it hums and like a heartbeat deep beneath the stone. Was Dr. Dee a visionary who bridged worlds, or a man who opened a door that should have stayed shut? Perhaps the truth still waits on the other side of the glass. Hi, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe to get notified when we upload a new video. It's also the best way to support our channel.